Hey guys, it's Nate, aka TheFutAccountant. Welcome back to the channel. Welcome to July. It's Footies month, at least on this game. But what we have to talk about today is an Evo that everybody's been asking for, that EA is allegedly going to be giving us. Basically, one of the Playstyle Plus Evos that EA has refused to give us with all of these Evos in the season pass that we've been able to put in our cards, even Evos and SBCs, and of course, just in objectives as well. They're finally giving it to us though. But the question is, when? We're going to talk about that today because it is not just one Evo that's leaked. There is a handful of them to come. Plus, there should be a new Shapeshifters player pick coming today. And when will we learn about what's happening this Friday? Is Shapeshifters going to week 4? Are they going to re-release teams 1 through 3 along with the PTG Team 2? Or are greats of the game getting it mixed in? That's a bit of a mystery. We'll talk about it today as well as look at the market as well. If you guys are excited for the video, drop a thumbs up and subscribe if you are new. Let's look over yesterday's Monday content, which is not going to take very long because my goodness, it was a Monday, and all we have is the Neve Charles SBC, kind of a cool dynamic with her throwing the ball in. But this card right here is a cheap one, 4 Playstyle Plus's live PTG for England. Of course, England are one of the favorites in the Women's Euros, but they're in a tough group. So you'd think they would be able to get out, get top 2, and move on. But you're not entirely sure for sure on that based on how tough the group should be. But good playstyles here for this card. Of course, as all the roll plus is 85, 87, and 88, making this SBC about an 83,000 coin card to play on the right and the left. So that's a cheap one that was dropped yesterday there. But that was about it for player SBCs. We had one other SBC, and it was the one we were looking forward to, our beloved 83 plus player pick, which I personally think, guys, makes the grind on this game a lot better. I think it makes it a lot better because the 83 pluses just give so much more 85 and above fodder that you can go ahead and put into exchanges. I get it right now. What is there to grind for? I get that. But if you're getting on, you're doing your daily packs and stuff like that, like the 86 plus picks, the 85 times 5s, this is just a way to rinse your club. Even if you're doing like the grinding upgrades, the daily golds and stuff like that, like do these picks because they are good. I was able to craft a bunch of exchanges yesterday. Like, look at that right there. Gundo and Bruno. I mean, that's not super common, but I feel like I'm getting an 85 plus every 2 or 3 picks. Those are great, and we absolutely love that. Now, that was it from content yesterday, except for one EA tweet that we have to discuss that doesn't really affect a lot of us, and there's some funny guys in the comments here like making it seem like it does affect them, but there was an issue with FUT Champs finals rewards for rank 1 players only for the first couple of hours on this last Friday. It was giving out incorrect stuff from player picks, so EA said that impacted players will receive an in-game message with the corrected player picks in the coming days. So yeah, that was an EA tweet yesterday that was going around, but really had nothing to do with content. Again, you look at the content from yesterday, really not a whole lot. That's kind of how Mondays have been. One of the biggest parts of content yesterday was honestly the market. Here's a quick reminder. Check your club for chemistry styles, like even some of the random non-rares like Marksman sell for 750. I was selling Hawk still and engines for 4,000 coins. That's one thing to absolutely sell from your club to make some easy coins. But the PTG cards, just to mention these once again really fast, these cards continue to zoom in price on the market now, especially as we head into today on Tuesday, another day closer. Basically tomorrow is the next day when these games start happening for the Women's Euros. You've got these cards getting close to their potential upgrades, and that means people are buying and investing in them. Guderiton's 370k. You've got Rolfo getting close to 300,000. Even some of the cheaper cards like Midema was in the 20,000 coin range, and now she's 37,000 coins. Schuler is even going up. Paredes has flown, and Bach. Yesterday there was some price range updates, and Bach and Jonsdottir both got their price ranges lowered because they were not selling on the market, and now their prices are actually going up because of that. Here's what I would say about these cards. I'm invested in a few of them. I have some Gioros. I'm trying to pick up another Jonsdottir here for 120,000 coins. I think you can hold these cards today into tomorrow. The safe way would be to sell them before Rivals Rewards, but then again, these are live cards with the game starting and upgrades potentially on the line, and these games do not span over that long of time. You might have upgrades coming in within the first couple of days of these cards playing games. So that could impact their prices, and even during Rivals Rewards, I'm not expecting that big of a drop on those PTGs. So I think if you bought at really low prices on like Saturday or Sunday or even yesterday and the cards are up a lot, you might be able to hold and sell later on. Of course, they're live cards, so that's part of the gamble. But still, I do think that a couple of them are very overpriced. Like Selma Parluelo, I get it, Spain are favorites, but man, that card's price is very expensive in this economy with so much of the rest of the market being as cheap as it is. Now, out there in the trading sphere, I was enjoying trading yesterday, made some really good flips, funding some of the player pick that I spent coins on yesterday, which was the 93 plus icon pick that I got absolutely cooked on. Not doing any more of those. But shapeshifters are continuously good to trade. Again, just be careful for rewards on Thursday. And once again, I'm going to shout 89 rated cards. This is probably one of the most slept on parts of the market right now because take a look at this Jonathan Tah, one of the biggest names as a center back in this year's game. This is one of the cards that made him popular. And because of the cup that is out right now, he went from 50K yesterday on Monday after the cup had been released and out for a number of hours. He went from 50,000 coins all the way up to 80K where he is now. There are still a lot of players that you could go out and bid on, snipe on the market to trade with that are 89 rated, 88 rated that fit into these cup teams, and they're going up still on the market. I think the next 2 days would probably be the best time to do that before the cup loses some of its steam as most people get it done. But that is a great place to be trading right now on the market. Now, let's just get to the news and cut right to the chase, guys. Let's talk about this evolution leak. There's actually two Evo leaks. There's a set of Evos that we're going to discuss as the main part of the video today, and then there's an Evo that could be coming potentially today as a part of content. But this is the real big news, and it was a shock, actually, I think, to us as the community, because we have been waiting for EA to give us low driven shot plus as a consumable evolution to put low driven shot, which is the best way to score goals in this game, onto like virtually any card that we want. And this leak makes it seem like it might be happening. A low driven shot plus and right wing inside forward plus Evo has been leaked along with a bunch of others. These kind of sound like season pass evolutions or those consumable Evos that we often get through cups. Like we have the center back Evo that was an SBC. That was a bit of an anomaly, but you have the striker and the 5-star weak foot Evo that were as a part of the cup as well. We've seen these, right? But I have some questions. First of all, the rest of the Evos, Incisive Pass Plus and Shadow Striker. You have the center attack and mid with the rolls. Anticipate Plus and Defender Plus Plus. Love that one. Quick Step and Pinged. Interesting combination. And then Welcome to Evolutions. This must be because the game is becoming more free. I think it's on Game Pass, and maybe it's going to be free on PS soon as well. Usually that happens by this time of the year, but I don't think it's been free on PlayStation just yet. However, this seems to be some sort of like welcome foundations objective that's probably going to be out there. But the rest of this, I've got questions because I want all these Evos. I would love to put Anticipate Plus on a center back. I'd love to put Low Driven Shot on somebody, but even though it seems like you'd maybe be having that to put on any player, is it actually going to be position limited to the right wing? Is this like and here? Is this a combo evolution? Like, are you going to be able to put it on anybody and give them right wing position with inside forward plus and low driven shot? Or is it going to be you have to put it on a right wing, you're going to get inside forward plus on that player if they don't have it already, and you're going to get low driven shot? So that's a question that I have. Are these going to be coming out in the season pass? Because this list of Evos leaked here looks kind of similar to the Evos that we have had in the season passes before, and those have all been leaked. But also this leak looks a little different than that because it doesn't say anything about the max ratings. And before, in the seasons of past, they've been leaked as max rating. They say like max 94, 5, or 96. So I'm really not sure what to think about this, except for we're still waiting on leaks about those daily sprint league rewards. Remember the league daily tournament things that EA mentioned in the menus on Friday that we have heard and seen nothing of yet, that look like now they're going to be happening next week as a part of the next and final week of the Shapeshifters promo. Maybe that's where these are going to come into play, because that was the whole point of the rewards in that loading screen in game. It said that it was going to be for position change and playstyle plus evolution. So that's kind of my leading thought on what this might be. I just hope that it's like good, okay? Like the requirements be kind of like the center back evolution was, very open, basically just a max of positions because they don't allow cards to go over 4 positions, and no max rating. Like let us put low driven shot, right wing inside forward plus on anybody. like make this go to 4 playstyle pluses. I'm sure this will be like max 3 playstyle pluses, allowing you to go to a 4th. There's so many cards that we'd love to put low driven on, like the Ronaldo. If you want to evolve him, this would be a perfect card for low driven plus. Maybe you've got your Mia Hamm card, or just another evolution that's in your club right now that you've been waiting to put low driven plus on as a consumable like this. Here's the chance for that. Now, the other evos sound decent too. And how many is this again? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I mean, that to me seems like it might be a part of this daily sprint league. That is my best guess for these evos. Again, we'll have to wait and see. And if there's any more leaks on that, then of course we'll talk about it and cover it. But it's at least exciting to finally have an evolution like that incoming, because that's literally been the playstyle plus we've been asking for ages on this game. I don't think they're going to come out as SBCs. I would love that. Maybe like the center attacking mid one could, since that sounds like the center back one. But man, I would love them to release more Evos and SBCs, but it just doesn't seem like something they're going to do a lot of. So wait for more leaks and information on that one, but that is at least a little bit of excitement there with the evolutions as we head into what the next season will be, footies. Again, I don't think those Evos are the footies season Evos, but that leak is still out there. Just wanted to pull this tweet up and talk about that, since we mentioned that the season is coming to an end soon. We're only, 9 days away from the next season. It's probably going to be footies, as it's been leaked here. He says the wait is almost over. This tweet was still like 3 days ago. It couldn't come soon enough, let's be honest. Now, moving forward, talk about a couple more evolution topics right now in this game. We didn't get an Evo yesterday, but there was an Evo leak, and now this is the leak right here. And again, you see the wilted rose emoji, so that's not a good sign, right? Position is going to be given right wing to the left backs that start in this evolution. Max 92. What month is it? Max 92. Definitely a free evolution. Giving right wing position, finesse and technical plus, stats boost, but not for defense and physical. Max 3 positions, 3 playstyle pluses, and 10 regular playstyles. And in the comments down here, the way that it looks is you have to have a kind of low to mid physical and defense rating to fit into this evolution, which this could end up being an okay evolution for a certain number of cards. Like if you want to make your left back actually into a decent right wing, this could be a decent Evo for you. Or if you have a left back that would fit into the physical and the defensive requirements, like it looks like low 90s might be where that is. Like this Bombito card, I don't exactly know the number of defense and physical that is the requirement for this, but imagine you could give him a huge passing, dribbling, and shooting boost. Like that would make his card more usable at this stage of the game. Same thing for a guy, for me, like Serginho Dest, who's got the center mid position as well as left back or right back. That could be a really unique card. Maybe this DeMarcus Beasley would be good. Maybe Sasha Bowie, who I haven't used in a long time. Maybe he would look good with this boost that it gives. Again, transitioning you to right wing, shape-shifting you to right wing. There could be some cool cards with this, but I don't think there's a ton of hype for it because it just doesn't seem like it's going to be that great of an evolution. So that could be coming today as a part of content, but what else are we expecting? Well, for Tuesday content today, it's called Upgrade Tuesday, Trade-In Tuesday, we've called it before. We've got an upgrade pack on this day of the week for like the last, I don't even know, month and a half. During Team of the Season we had it. Now we have it during Shapeshifters. What we are expiring with today is the 92 plus 1 of 3 TOTS or Shapeshifters player pick. So I'm guessing this will return today, maybe be the exact same thing, or maybe they'll just do Shapeshifters only. If they released a Shapeshifters only player pick from any of the 3 teams, it would probably be excluding icons and heroes. That would at least be sort of interesting, but we all know that would probably have very, very terrible pack weight and wouldn't really be worth doing, except it is still very cheap and easy to do with the exchanges and the 83 plus player picks and 85 fives. It'll be an easy one and cheap one to craft, probably just like an 86 or 87 rated squad and a Team of the Season. So that's one thing to look forward to today. Not much. I should mention, if they require Team of the Seasons again, this is the day. Today and tomorrow, Tuesday and Wednesday of last week, is when TOTS cards started to just rise back up again. Of course, because they're required in some of these SBCs that come out on Tuesdays and Wednesdays. TOTS cards really have not done well this week from when they dropped last week on Thursday. There's still about 14,000 coins. Maybe if you want to make an investment, try to get them on bid under 14K and lazy list them today and tomorrow at like 17K. Maybe they could rise a bit, but I wouldn't have too much of a hope in that there. That's probably the biggest SBC that we're watching out for, though, today would be that guaranteed TOTS or shapeshifter player pick. Maybe EA makes it a 1 of 4. Like, if they do something kind of nice with that, we would love it, but I don't have high expectations. Now, for a player SBC today, we do have Dabritz, who is leaked. We still have Gundogan, who is leaked as well. This card looks interesting, and Germany are kind of one of the favorite teams as well to win this whole entire tournament. Low driven, Tiki Taka, whipped pass and anticipate. That does not look like a bad card at all. Good stats, and of course, live and upgrading. If they make it cheap like they did Mallard and Charles, it could be a decent SBC to stash away just in case Germany do start cooking in this tournament and you want to get that one done for a cheap price. You know what? That could be a decent one to stock away there. So that's kind of all that I'm expecting for content today. Maybe the Evo, the 92 plus, or if it changes, all shapeshifter player pick there, and then a player SBC. Not expecting a whole lot else other than that. But I want to just kind of end the video by opening one of these 88 exchanges that I have here, and also talking about what could be happening for this Friday. One of the things I would watch out for today as well on Tuesday would be leaks for news and what is coming out. Like, if the leakers start to get news about what is happening this Friday on this game, I'm going to imagine that they're going to start tweeting about it, and they're going to start tweeting about it fast, because they know right now that there is not a lot of hype for this game, and there's a little bit of curiosity for what's happening this Friday. We've shouted out things like a potential re-release of Shapeshifters cards from teams 1, 2, and 3, a select bunch of those being put back in packs. It could be a Shapeshifters Team 4, and that might not be happening. We know we're getting a Team 2 of the Path to Glory. That's a guarantee, but if it's not Shapeshifters related, or if there's maybe a re-release of Shapeshifters and a PTG team, when are the Greats of the Game cards going to come to play? Because those card designs were added to the code a while back. There's been leaks about them coming, but are they going to be in packs? Are they only going to be in SBCs? We don't exactly know. So watch out for that news today on Tuesday, because I just have a feeling that if the leakers start to get anything, they're probably going to start talking about it with the levels of hype that aren't there for this game at the moment. Let's open this 88 exchange, which, man, I'll tell you guys, I did pack a cool card yesterday. No walkout. Oh my gosh. I did pack a cool card yesterday in Cascarino. I mean, she's only like 140,000 coins, so it's not that crazy of a pull. She's going up on the market right now because she's a live PTG card. So that was nice to actually hit one of the promos. But again, that's the problem, right? The grind is probably too many steps for our liking in this game at the moment, and it doesn't feel worth it when you're playing these games for the rewards that are out there, or just doing the upgrade pack grind for the cards in packs. It's still like worth a try, because, man, I do get tweeted every single day of people packing a Eusebio type card, packing a Gavi, a Foden. Like, a lot of you guys have hit some good stuff, but it's kind of like you log on, hit your 85 fives, maybe do a little bit of the exchanger grind, hit your 86 plus player picks that refresh every day too, maybe get a couple of games done, and then you're done and you're good to go. Like, I was contemplating getting more points in Rivals this week. I just played one game of Rivals, and I'm not even D2 yet, and it was like an absolute sweaty game, and I'm like, in July now? Do I really don't want to mess with this? I don't know. We'll see how it goes today. I am looking forward to trying out a few new cards. That's the one thing with gameplay that I do like doing in Rivals, is trying out different players. I'm going to try out the Cascarino. I'm going to try out the Mallard SBC, get a couple of evolutions done as well. And that's one thing that I'll personally be looking forward to, especially after I've finished the Cup. The Cup was pretty easy to get done, a decent amount of golden goal, and it does go by pretty quick for some easy, quick packs there. But I will stop yapping, and we'll keep these videos a bit shorter, given the state of the game at the moment. But let me know down in the comments what you are grinding on the game right now, because I did one of the icon picks yesterday, and my goodness, I'm not touching one of those again. Are the TOTS player picks cool enough for you, or do they just seem not good enough like they do to me to be even grinding? Again, we await a big leak of a player SBC that would be worth our grind, but we still do not have that yet. So let me know in the comments what you're grinding, if anything, and I will see you guys in the stream today to see what content is on Tuesday, and to just hang out and chat and everything. If you're not getting in the streams, man, get in the streams. We're live every single weekday at the content drop time, hour before and a few hours after, here on the YouTube, on the Twitch, and on the TikTok as well. All those links are down below in the description. But if you enjoyed this video, drop a thumbs up on it, comment below if you have any questions, and of course, subscribe if you are new. Have a great Tuesday, and I'll see you in the stream today. It's been TheFutAccountant. Catch you later. Peace.